Hello and welcome to This Podcast Cannot Continue watches Sony's March 2022 State of Play. I'm really not sure what's going to be in here.
March 9th, yeah.
Because Gran Turismo 7's out. And Horizon came out, and I don't really know what else is out.
They said that it would be their JP partners.
Okay. Well, I'm expecting Square Enix then. But Forspoken got delayed, so...
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it did. I think it's fall now. I might be wrong about that, but... So I'm really curious. Maybe it's swapped places with Final Fantasy 16. I still think they won't show us Final Fantasy 16 or Remake 2 until after Forspoken comes out. But maybe they're going to give us something now. I don't know.
Might not be Square Enix.
Capcom?
Maybe. What would Capcom
have? Mega Man, something Resident Evil, Monster Hunter. Like, I don't know. Like, this could be really cool, or it could be like a dud. Like, it might just be a bunch of DLC.
Here's what they said. Today's show will have a special focus on highlighting great games coming from some of our beloved Japanese publishers, though we'll have a few updates from other developers located around the world too. And it's supposedly 20 minutes, so it's a short one.
Yeah, it's quick.
Maybe Resident Evil DLC.
I'm thinking that's going to be on there.
I'm still on team we're not seeing more 16 until Forspoken's out. I didn't know it got delayed though. That's unfortunate. Yeah. I'm not sure what the date At some point, if one game gets delayed and another one doesn't, Square Enix might have to disrupt that pipeline of promoting one game at a time.
Yeah.
Do you kind of see what I'm saying? Because like if you try to do this in like a linear fashion, one game gets delayed that they're starting to become close to each other, you just kind of have to shoot on the other one, or else you haven't advertised it at all, right?
Yeah, I agree. But I'm wondering if that means Speaking like all their stuff's delayed.
Speaking of Square Enix, they started a YouTube channel and uploaded tons and tons of music to it for like FF games and Nier and all that stuff. But I was looking at it earlier. At least I was looking at the FF14 stuff. I don't know if all of it is like this, but it's all Japanese titles, so it's very difficult to navigate it and find the track you're looking for, which is a bit unfortunate.
Yeah.
It would have been nice if they went through and dual language titled them all. So like, because you can do that, right? One of the cat videos channels I follow is a Japanese channel, and if you go to the channel, it has like Japanese names. I don't know how this works or how you set this up, but when I see it in my subscriber, it'll have like an English title. You know what I mean? So I'll click it, I'll have an English title, and when I get to the page, I can see that the video also has a Japanese title. So I don't know, I don't know how that works, but I've seen what feels like evidence that that's a thing. So, Square Enix, maybe investigate that. All right, let's get going. Let's see this thing.
Yeah, curious. Yep, you always got to do the "you're watching a PlayStation"
always got to show us
thing.
the console.
Hello, viewers. I am Ivy, the android. I'd like to share today's dinosaur forecast. A
Dinosaur? Is it Dino Crisis?
Residents in the affected area have been evacuated.
Oh, is this that Capcom game? Oh, the stream is getting... Is that happening to you? The stream just went really...
Nope, mine's fine.
Oh, okay. Well, that's really unfortunate. This is that Pragmata... Wait, what's it called? It's that Capcom game we saw. The stream is like super laggy and jaggy. I know this is not great viewer experience, but I have to try one of the other live streams. Let's try like IGN's. Okay, IGN's works, but it's further ahead. Yeah, we saw... I feel like this is that game where...
All I wanted was to be IBS's top pilot.
You think it's the one with the astronaut on the moon one?
Yeah.
We're able to keep human casualties to zero.
Can't remember what that game was called. Did it say Capcom? I didn't see. I had to switch the channel I was watching.
It did say Capcom. It did say Capcom, yeah.
This isn't what I expected that to be, though, so maybe it's not that.
It seems like a live service game. They're showing us, like, different modes of play. You know what I mean? Like, they're kind of showing us, like, some Overwatch kind of looking stuff. Maybe it won't be? That would be cool if it wasn't.
Looks kind of like it's trying to be, like, Warframe / like... Left 4 Dead, but the enemies are dinosaurs. Slash. Yeah, I guess the one dude holding the shield reminds me of like, is it Bastion from Overwatch? No, not Bastion. Bastion's the gun guy. Reinhardt.
It's Capcom. It could just be called Dino Crisis. Oh, you just
I'm ahead of you now because I changed things. Yeah. Sorry. Well, it's not that one game then.
Welcome to Ibius.
Okay. That's weird.
It's kind of interesting, but I don't really think it's something that I'll pick up.
Play returns with more announcements
Sure.
and updates for your favorite games.
But for those who want to play something like that, sure.
IP from Capcom.
Hope it's good.
It hits PS4 and PS5
Updates for your favorite games.
I like the
Next up, let's
conveyor
get some
with the
eye-popping updates for some
symbols.
fan
Oh,
favorites
let's
to
go.
watch.
I'm excited for this game. This is really soon, right? Ghostwire? Oh, I'm ahead of you. Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
こいつは大勢の魂を借り集め、それを利用して冥界と現世をつなごうとしている。あいつはこの先に一体何を見ているって言うんだ。
Oh, this looks cool. Yeah, this is coming out real soon.
Yeah.
You're stoked for this one, eh?
I thought this game looked amazing since the very first trailer they showed us.
こんなことが許されるはず。
It has such a cool like aesthetic and vibe to it, and I love this like first person, but you're doing like
あいつを止めない。
Magic.
終わらない。
yeah. With your hands.
I think it's gonna be spooky.
Oh, for sure. I mean, those are like their horror folklore, right? So
体をよこせ。妹は助けて。
I think there is definitely a horror element to it. I'm just hoping I can stand it.
終わらせるぞ。
It doesn't look like it's trying to like scare the crap out of you with it though. It looks like it's trying to use those things for like atmosphere and like a cool whatever, but it's like still a game and not a horror game.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes much sense.
Is this a PlayStation exclusive?
Yeah, I think it is. This is by the
で、来るんだろう
oh god, who are they? It's by like the Evil Dead studio or whatever, isn't it? I'm confusing. Tango
Oh, this
Gameworks.
looks rad. Yeah.
I know
yeah,
you
yeah.
know who Tango Gameworks is. I just don't know who Tango Gameworks is. It's Shinji Mikami.
Yeah. Oh, this is yeah, okay. This is coming out like
Stranger
imminently.
Paradise? Okay, yeah. Yeah, like
I just find
literally
it-
next week, right?
I find it funny that it's like
Oh, look at that Marvel.
it's gotten the Final Fantasy Souls treatment, sort of, but I mean, Souls just FromSoft just put out Elden Ring. It's kind of unfortunate timing for this
Later
game.
today, visit PlayStation Store to download a new demo for Stranger of Paradise.
New demo
Final
available.
Fantasy
Another
Origin.
one.
That's a cool artwork.
Now, let's jump into the world of Forspoken with some all-new gameplay.
Okay. Ah.
It is quite beautiful.
Okay.
The chat was going chaos. People are never gonna let the chaos thing go for Stranger of Paradise. Oh, that's cool.
I am really curious about this game.
This game looks like it has so much potential.
As long as it delivers.
Yeah, that if it delivers, I feel like I would really enjoy it. For some reason, the world and the type of magic she does, even though I'm sure that, like, because she's so mobile, so it's not like this, but just seeing, like, a big grassy space and then she does, like, these huge magic spells makes me think of, like Dragon's Dogma or something.
Yep. No, you're not wrong there.
But the gameplay is, like, way faster.
Kind of looks like what I wish Final Fantasy 15 was.
She has so much
played
cool
like.
movement. You notice that, like doing like jumped at the enemy and then was able to like double jump back away from it, or what is that? Like, see, look, the movement tech in this game looks like it's gonna be really interesting. I could see maybe, depending on how this game is formatted, maybe it could be a cool speed game too. For speedrunning, if that type of movement can like break things open.
This does look real interesting. Okay.
Oh, that's a pretty big delay, wasn't it? Spring?
Yep, it
That
was
was a
supposed to
new
come
look at
out
the sprawling
May.
PS5 adventure Forspoken
I think it was
from
like May
Luminous
25th
Productions.
was the date.
Let's check out some 6v6 action in Gundam Evolution.
But you know what? I'm of the
Fast-paced
mind if they need
multiplayer
some extra
shooter
time to
coming
polish it
PS4
up, like
and
go to
PS5
town.
later this year.
What Gundams?
Gundam can be such a hit or miss, like, kind of. I have to adjust volume a little bit, I think. Can be such a hit or miss, like, franchise to make games of.
What are they going for with this? A first-person shooter Gundam?
I want to see straight up fully. Oh. What? What? This is so weird.
That's interesting. I don't know
Can't
what
say
else to
that I
about
would have
this.
expected to see this. Yeah, I don't. I'm a little bit flabbergasted.
I like the idea of them
It
having
looks-
better movement.
The visual style and like the UI and the arenas, like the maps, actually all look really good. I'm surprised that I'm saying it because I didn't expect much at first, and I don't necessarily know that it would be my thing. But it doesn't look like a bad game. You know, it looks like it's really well made, actually.
Yeah. I think one of my things with Gundam games is they always seem to get the combat on the more like simulation side, or they're like just like a Warriors game.
I see. Well, that clearly will be neither, right? So, what is this? Like a classic compilation or something? Of what is this? Is this like every Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game in like a package?
That's awesome. The Tournament Fighters? Oh, this is cool. Wait, this would be a Konami collection though, right?
Is it? I'm not entirely sure who is responsible for this franchise currently.
I think so.
We'll see a logo in like a moment. Yep, Konami. Weird.
The Cowabunga collection. That's neat. I don't hate that. War of the Monsters?
Looks kind of like Battle Right or something, but
Maybe.
with like a kaiju style. Gigabash. Cool. If that's like an indie at indie pricing or something, could be cool.
PS5 later this year.
Yeah.
Next, a fan favorite fighting game makes a beautiful and
Oh, we're
bizarre
getting a little bit
return.
more info on this one.
Huh?
Are you ahead of me on the fighting game return?
Oh, I know what it is.
Don't tell me. Let me. Oh, is this JoJo?
There's been 2 JoJo games before. Is it a remake, re-release? I don't know them well enough to recognize them. So if it was, I wouldn't even be able to tell you.
If they go for like the Dragon Ball fighters, oh, kind of. I don't know enough about the history of the JoJo games to know if this is.
This doesn't. I feel like the last one I think was like PS3, and this doesn't look like a PS3 game to me. So
No, I think this is new.
looks. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's new. Who's making this?
The Arc system works.
It doesn't really look like ArcSys.
I mean, but they're doing that same kind of 2D to 3D like anime game thing that Works out pretty well, to be completely honest. I think it always looks really good. All-Star Battle R. Whoa, 50 characters.
Bandai Namco.
Our next 2 games will take you beyond life and death.
Yeah, huh, cool. Early fall. Nice. Okay.
Cool visual style.
Very cool. Okay, okay. So is it 2D or?
I think it plays in 2D. That's all they've shown us so far.
I really like the old samurai film aesthetic. That's really cool.
Uh-huh.
Like, very, very cool. You think it's going to be like a Metroidvania?
Oh, we saw some varying perspectives. Kind of looks like. I think like most of the game will be that side perspective, but it looks like they'll move the camera for like a cinematic approach to something or whatever. Like they would let you run up a slope to the thing, but probably as soon as it was combat again, it would turn to the side or whatever. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, this is rad. That's so cool. They're really leaning into the aesthetic. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would rather more games leaned into aesthetics than chased realism. Like probably 90% of the time.
Okay, we got.
Trapped in an endless cycle.
Oh,
Fighting,
is this DLC then?
dying, returning.
Oh. Yeah, probably.
Always the same, yet always changing. Astra.
Have you played this one yet? I still have not.
No. I've heard
Co-op?
so much good things, but no, I have not bought it yet.
Co-op?
Before the endless tower.
So here's my new question. Do you want to play this game? Because I would definitely co-op this.
Upward. No matter how high I climb,
I could be
the
talking to it.
challenge begins again.
That would definitely lower the spooky factor. My question is, though, is it a different co-op than the main campaign, or is it... Because they're focusing on this tower thing, and I don't know enough about the game to know if the tower is the main point of the game, or...
My release is within this tower, and I will find it.
It looks really good, wow.
So it's just an
Housemarque
update?
is bringing campaign co-op and a mysterious new survival mode to Returnal Ascension, a free update hitting this March.
Okay.
It's almost time to
Oh, it's
sign
bringing
off, but before
both.
Let's get a first look at
Okay.
two brand new games coming
Hey,
from
that might turn
Square
that into a
Enix.
purchase for me.
Is this really what you want?
Okay.
And you are certain that what we are doing is best for the people of the kingdom?
Yes. I suppose it would, in a sense. True.
What is this?
Yes. It made me wonder. Am I still that same person?
The era of myths gives way to an era of great turmoil. The continent was ravaged by the devastating war between the Empire and the Alliance. However, one nation remained unaffected by the chaos. The Kingdom of Alatane.
Okay.
Ward of the August. looked destined to have its soil stained with the blood of battle.
We've finally been called up.
We're up against the Empire's main army.
What a strange visual
We are
style.
to eradicate every last Imperial who comes ashore. Keep focused.
Come on, everyone!
Huh? This is so
You really have
strange.
such a yearning for war. I
What
can't
is it?
comprehend it.
I'm confused. Is it like fantasy XCOM?
I don't know why Chad is saying boo, L, and boring.
We're going to retake it.
This is our chance while they're all assembled.
I think it looks
Send our
pretty
best
cool.
and crush them.
That's right. All the more reason
What
to
is
avoid
it though?
bloodshed.
If you've seen the title, I'm still in the.
I have not seen a title. It's clearly like a strategy game. I think this is probably a new IP.
Danger.
Like you're saying, what is it? As in you're expecting to see a title that you recognize? Like it's a friend. I
Well,
think it's
I
probably
don't-
not.
I don't know.
I wonder like what studio at Square Enix is working on that and what their history is.
I'm very curious as well. That's a soon game to come out.
I didn't even look at the date. What was the date?
Here's the last item.
There's like a cell shaded style to this.
There's been some rumors of a lot of things floating around.
The will to fight still lingers within you. Then accept my offer.
Okay.
Join me.
What a weird run cycle.
Oh yeah, that is weird.
Why does she carry her arms like that?
Uh-huh.
Valkyrie. He's my
What
word.
is this?
Ragnarok tears our world.
Oh, is it
asunder. All we hold precious lies on the
what's
brink
that game
of
called?
annihilation.
Valkyrie Profile? Is that the name of the game?
Those always had a very, very specific like side perspective though. I would be surprised to see them revive that series but change that. Maybe, but
Man, I don't know.
but gameplay wise it doesn't look like it's on the same like in the same concept.
I wasn't sure when they were just showing us environments because I had heard rumors of Final Fantasy Tactics remastered and stuff.
This game
so I
looks
was-
so colorless.
This is a bit washed out, eh?
Okay. That's clearly like the Valkyrie Profile like logo type.
That's what it is.
But it's not.
Efforts to remain undetected are lacking.
Huh.
Reveal
Yeah.
yourself.
I guess if they change enough of it they give it a
Who are
different
you?
title.
I'm not against it if it's good.
Yeah.
I think that's
Seems like
true
it has
for a lot of
potential.
video games.
Another state of
Yeah.
play.
Wow. Once again, nothing on Final Fantasy 16. I mean, Square did show up, which is cool. But not with what I expected. Like,
There's a bunch of things there that I think have potential that I'm interested in, but minds were not blown for me today.
no, it wasn't. It wasn't like that most recent Nintendo Direct. That was something else. Like, okay, here's my thing. Triangle Strategy just came out.
Yeah.
That game they just showed us reminded me a heck of a
Okay, I don't
lot.
need to look at an IGN logo.
Like, it reminded me a lot of Triangle Strategy. You know, the tactics kind of Fire Emblem meets XCOM fantasy thing they showed.
Yeah.
So I'm also really curious as to who's making all these games, because they seem to be making, if they're making two tactics games that really harken back to like Final Fantasy Tactics, just make Final Fantasy Tactics. I know it's not that easy, but like, you know, people are looking for it, so seems weird to me, man. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I don't know. I'll look out for those games when they eventually launch and see how they review, and if things seem good, maybe I'm in.
That's kind of where I'm at.
Much to say. I'm not. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
It would have been nice to see something that's more highly anticipated, but it's whatever, right? Like, you never. This is the funny thing. This is always true with games. Sometimes the super highly anticipated game turns out to be a piece of junk, and sometimes some game that you see in a state of play or in a direct or something, you're like, huh, that looks neat. And then one day you buy it and it's actually just straight out awesome, right? Like, you just never know, right? So when I say those games have potential, like, I respect that and I'll keep my eye out for them, right? And it didn't hype me up, but that doesn't mean that I'm not interested. So that's kind of how
I was looking for like bigger franchises maybe to show their face, you know?
That's kind of what I thought we were going to see, because I feel like state of plays have not been so interested in like kind of the second tier and below of like, you know?
Yeah. No, I agree.
Or indies. There was a couple things that more or less look like indies.
Even like Final Fantasy pixel remasters coming to the PlayStation. I was looking for something, you know, just like, I don't know. Yeah, kind of meh. Well, anyways, let us know out there in internet land what you think about this state of play. Did you like it? Did you hate it? How would you rate it? I don't know. For me, it's like a solid B minus, I guess. Totally fine.
In like a 1 to 10, it's like a perfect 5.
Yeah. I'm
with that being like an honest in the middle. Like, it's like good info. Thank you, PlayStation, for the update.
Basically, I think most of it was to probably, I don't know, give people an idea what's going on.
Yeah.
In the lead up to E3, because I think there's still a lot of big surprise reveals
they're not
coming up.
The thing is, it's March, right? They're probably not gonna blow any huge reveals until the big occasions.
Right. So in my mind, this was for Square Enix to go. Origins comes out later. There's a new demo. Forspoken got delayed, but pay attention because here's some new gameplay. And then everything else was basically just like, here it is.
And a few other publishers and developers went, hey, we got something. Hey, we got something. Yeah.
It's just Nintendo dropped such a awesome direct that, you know, that felt E3 quality when that one dropped. So I guess people's hype was high for this. Plus, you know, considering that we've already seen some big 2022 releases from PlayStation, and then no news on the other stuff that we're expecting this year, you know, the hype is high. I reckon a lot of people are probably going to be pretty disappointed, but you know, what can you do? I think that there's some potential in there, but it's definitely a wait and see kind of situation for me, anyways.
Cool. All right. Well, then let's wrap up and say follow us on all the socials or reach out to us on them or whatever it may be. You're on our YouTube channel right now, so you know where to find that. We have twitch.tv/this podcast cannot continue. We have the actual podcast episodes under this podcast cannot continue on any streaming service that you prefer to listen to podcasts on, and you can find us on Twitter at TPCC_podcast. Thanks for watching the State of Play with us.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody. For now, this podcast cannot continue.